These are the things that are going to help us get through. And our priority right now is helping people hold on while we have to stay isolated because of COVID-19, and then start restarting carefully the economy in a gradual and progressive way with the right measures in place. Once we get through this, there will be plenty of time to talk about what the longer term looks like, what the future of Canada looks like, what is needed for various sectors, for various Canadians. We've seen a whole bunch of new needs popped up that we had not paid much attention to over the past years, like the plight of most vulnerable workers. I mean, we had, as a government, invested massively in reducing poverty over the past 5 years. We've seen over 1 million people lifted out of poverty, but there's obviously much more to do, and we're going to continue to focus on that. I think there is going to be time to talk about long-term plans as we get through this. Right now, our focus is on getting Canadians through this.
Right, but other governments are also focused on recovery and what they will do as part of that recovery. The UK, for example, its climate advisors are saying that all recovery will have a green focus. They have a net zero by 2050 commitment, just as your government does. So how will the recovery take into account your climate change promises in the last election?
I think one of the things that we're very much thinking about is how do we build back better? How do we look at what this pandemic has challenged us with, what it has highlighted around needs or gaps in Canada, and how do we look to rebuild and recover in a way that advances us in the right direction? Obviously, less pollution, greener outcomes are going to be a part of it. More digital, more connected is going to be a part of it. Better supports for vulnerable Canadians and more equality across this country needs to be part of it as well. These are principles that we're looking at right now and reflecting on how we go forward, and we're going to continue to.
Prime Minister Janet Silver, Global News. Yesterday, Green Party parliamentary leader Elizabeth May said the oil sector in Canada is basically dead. And the Bloc leader went on to say putting more money into that business is a very bad idea. I'm just wondering if you share this assessment, and will your government give more money to this industry given the opposition and given how low oil prices are and it's expected to continue for the unseeable future?
I don't share that assessment. I know that if we are to move forward in transforming our economy towards lower emissions and cleaner processes, workers and innovators in Alberta and across the country in the energy sector are going to be an essential part of that transformation. As we move forward towards a different energy mix, as we move forward to lower fossil fuel emissions, lower greenhouse gas emissions, we need the innovation, the hard work, and the vision and the creativity of people working right now in the energy sector. We need to support Albertans and other people working in the energy sector through this incredible difficult time as families, as workers, as communities, not just because that's what we do as Canadians, but because we need their capacity to innovate and figure out how we're going to move forward towards our greater, greener goals. We can't do it without them, and that's why we're going to keep supporting them in the right ways. Okay. Je ne suis pas d'accord avec ce constat. Nous savons que la seule façon qu'on va avancer en tant que pays, c'est avec, comme partenaire, l'industrie de l'énergie, pour créer les solutions plus long terme, pour réduire les émissions, pour innover dans la création de nouvelles technologies. On a besoin des esprits innovateurs et travaillants qui se retrouvent dans nos secteurs énergétiques. On ne peut pas atteindre nos cibles à moins d'avoir des partenaires dans les secteurs de l'énergie qui vont travailler avec nous pour trouver ces solutions, pour transformer notre secteur de l'énergie. On a besoin de ces familles, de ces travailleurs, de ces communautés en Alberta et ailleurs, de faire partie de la solution, et pour ça, on doit les appuyer. On va les appuyer non seulement parce que c'est ce qu'on fait en tant que Canadiens, d'être là les uns pour les autres, mais on va les appuyer parce que c'est des alliés essentiels dans la transformation de notre économie vers un avenir meilleur pour nous tous.
Prime Minister, you previously indicated that you would look at other nations, for example, France and Australia, and what they are doing when it comes to tech giants like Google and Facebook being forced to share ad revenue with Canadian news content providers. Given how many news content providers are struggling, especially in small towns, and in some cases closing, and how vital those are to those small towns, you said you would address the matter. I'm just wondering, are you prepared to do so now, especially at such a vital time for Truth and News?
It is extremely important that we support our news sector because Canadians need the information to keep them safe, to plan for their futures, to lean on each other. We need the media now during a crisis more than we ever have. And that's why, as a government that has put forward significant measures to support news media, we're going to continue to work to do just that. I can assure you that Minister Guilbeault is working very hard, very closely with allies around the world to see what they're doing and with the sector here in Canada to ensure that Canadians get top quality information, that decision makers and politicians continue to be held to account, and that we continue to make decisions based on facts and a shared understanding of the reality we're facing. The work that the media does is essential. We will continue to support it. Okay. Les médias et les réseaux d'information sont plus importants maintenant que jamais. On sait que d'avoir des informations concrètes et réelles pendant cette pandémie est extrêmement important pour les citoyens de pouvoir prendre les bonnes décisions. On a besoin d'assurer une redevabilité de nos décideurs à travers le pays. On a besoin de s'assurer que les Canadiens soient informés de ce qui se passe à travers le pays et dans le monde. Et c'est pour ça qu'on va toujours appuyer nos médias nos réseaux d'information et nos médias. On est un gouvernement qui a déjà investi pour aider nos médias dans ces moments difficiles, mais on va continuer de le faire. Le ministre Guilbeault est en train de travailler avec les médias, avec nos partenaires internationaux pour voir ce qu'ils sont en train de faire, parce qu'on reconnaît que ça va toujours être une priorité au Canada d'assurer une solidité pour notre secteur de l'information.
Merci beaucoup. C'est ce qui m'a fait à la conférence de presse d'aujourd'hui.
Merci.